Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing Ehlers Sinewave indicator V2. But before we do, if you have not watched our first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that now. At the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. And as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down below. You can also find a link to sign up for TradingView down below. If you use the link below, you will save a little bit of money. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Discord is a free group communication platform. On our Discord server, we are having great conversations about all things regarding trading. One of the biggest struggles on this channel is people who use other platforms like MT4 being able to follow along. Sometimes it can be hard to find the indicators we are using on other platforms. And so on our Discord server, I have created a channel for indicator creation. And on that channel, I pinned links to freelancers who can code indicators for MT or for TradingView. So if you don't want to create a TradingView account, you can hire a freelancer for a really small fee and have them code an indicator for the MT platform. Or if you are on TradingView and need an indicator created, something unique or an indicator for a system you have developed, you can also have them code PineScript. So use the link for either MT4 coding or use the link for PineScript. Lastly, I get a lot of people that are asking me for the entire list of all the winning indicators that we have tested to date. And whereas I am not a big proponent of gatekeeping information, I've put a lot of time and effort into creating the content on my YouTube channel. And so I don't think it is too much to ask for the viewers to go through and view the content that I've spent a lot of time creating. Now, if you are not interested in supporting our channel by going back and watching the content that I have created, then I have developed a solution for you. I've created a Patreon account. I will put a link to it down below in the description. If you sign up for Patreon and you sign up for the $9 a month account, I will send you the full list of tested and winning indicators to date. I will also send you an updated list of the indicators that we are testing at the end of each week. Now, of course, you have to stay subscribed to the $9 subscription, monthly subscription, to continue to receive the updated list of indicators. But that way it will provide me with the support that I need to continue to provide the free content that I am putting out for everybody to view. Now, if you just love the channel in general and want to support us, then there is also a lower, I think $3 Patreon subscription that you can sign up for that will also help support the channel and keep things going so that way I can continue to produce the content and the open information that we are creating here in this channel and in our Discord server. Again, if you have not signed up for our Discord, then you need to do that as well. It is a absolutely free platform where we have real-time ability to chat and have conversations about trading. And again, if you want to support the channel with Patreon, then you can find the link down below in the description. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing Ehlers Sinewave indicator V2. But before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested 180 indicators. And out of those 180 indicators, 72 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 72 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. Alright, so as I said, today's indicator is the Ehlers Sinewave indicator. It is V2 as in version 2. So this is the second version. So there was an original version and then obviously this one as well. Before we dig too deep into today's indicator, I did want to elaborate a little bit more on the last video I made. So in the last video, I was talking about how people keep throwing out in the comments suggestions like, if you would have added this indicator on top of that indicator, then it would have been profitable, right? And they throw out all various different, comments. Variations of the comments. If you would have done this, then it would have been profitable. If you would have done that, it would have been profitable. Let me start by saying that when I was mentioning that, I'm not talking about changing the settings of an indicator. I want to make that very clear. I don't want those of you who take an indicator after I've tested it and start tweaking the settings and maybe adding a line here or a line there and so on, change it in, change the ability for it to be profitable. I don't want you viewers out there to stop doing that. That is a wonderful thing that you are doing. That is absolutely what we should be doing. We should be tweaking and testing and trying different things with the indicator. That's 100% valid way of testing an indicator, is to make tweaks to the settings and then see what you're able to achieve with it. But when we are trying to test an indicator as a standalone indicator, then we should avoid at all possible stacking other indicators on top of it. That's what I don't agree with when people come into the comments and say, things like, if you would have added the RSI on top of the Ehlers Sinewave indicator. I don't know if the Ehlers Sinewave is going to be profitable or not. I haven't tested it yet. But they'll say things like, if you would have added the RSI on top of the Ehlers Sinewave indicator, then it would have been profitable. Well, at that point, it's no longer a standalone indicator. And what we've done is we've just created a small trading system that couldn't be profitable on its own, but is able to be profitable when you start layering other indicators on top of it. Now, I'm not saying that is a bad thing. What I'm saying is that what we are attempting to do here is find the best of the best, just like I explained in the last video. We're attempting to find the best standalone indicators that we can then start to stack on top of each other to achieve maximum profit. And so if you're able to take an indicator, and maybe at some point we will start playing around with the ability of taking losing indicators and trying to create a decent winning strategy out of them. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know where, the channel will eventually go at some point, but maybe that's a possibility. Maybe it will be a matter of taking bad indicators and making them into good indicators. But right now, that's not what we're concentrated on. We're concentrated on, again, finding the best of the best standalone indicators finding a good, solid foundation to start building a system off of that will ultimately be the most profitable system that we could possibly come up with. So again, I don't want those of you who tweak the specific indicator, tweak its settings, add a line here, add a line there, do whatever it is that you do. I don't want those of you who do that to get discouraged and, think that I was calling you out and saying, hey, stop commenting on my videos with this garbage. That's not at all what I meant. And I wouldn't even say that to people who still comment after after I've explained certain things on the channel. I dozens and dozens and dozens of times, and still to this day people make comments about why do you do this and why do you do that, and it's been explained dozens of times, but I would never go shut up, stop commenting on my channel. That's not fair. That's not a right way to do things. That's not the type of person I am. So even if they do jump on here and say, well, if you would have added the RSI to the Ehlers Sinewave, I'm not going to tell them to shut up and go kick rocks, right? I'm just going to say, hey, that's not really what we're trying to do. That's not what we're attempting to achieve here. What we're attempting to achieve is this. And so, but I don't want those of you who, like I said, tweak settings and play with indicators ability to get discouraged and stop doing that, because that is a very valuable and very logical step in the process of what we're trying to achieve. So I wanted to throw that out there. I wanted people to understand, again, that we could very easily create a 62% winning strategy that barely keeps our head above water, barely keeps a small trickle of profit coming into our account, but never really gets you financial freedom. We could easily do that, but that's not, again, what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to maximize. And I'm working on a few things where I think maybe in the next video or so, what I will do is announce a signal subscription, basically, that I will start doing. I don't know, I haven't worked out the fine details, but something with a signal service that I can start off of a very basic strategy that I developed from the winning strategies that we found while testing these indicators, just to show that it's easily done to take some of these indicators and become profitable with them. But then the next step is to maximize that profit, and that's eventually overall what we're attempting to do. So anyways, now that I've said all that, again, I just wanted to be clear on that. Let's get back to today's indicator. So it's Ehlers Sinewave indicator, and again, it's a V2 because it is a version 2, which means that it had an original version, then it had some tweaks and some changes done to it, and now we are landed on the second version of this. The setup of it is pretty easy. You see it down here on the bottom of the screen. It's a 2-line indicator, 2-line cross. That's pretty much how we'll be testing it. You can see that the bars are colored here, but you know how I am with indicators. I am not greatly fond of the bar coloring. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn that off, and we will test it accordingly. One thing I am going to do is, let's actually do this, because those of you who have been around long enough understand. Let's see, that I am not fond of weirdly colored, mismatched indicators. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line these up. Oops, not gray, red. All right, so what we're looking for is when the green line is above the red, that's a long. When the red line is above the green, that's a short. So pretty simple setup. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the bar color, and let's play it forward. see what we can get out of the sine wave indicator. Eller Cheat Country, which is the creator of this indicator, has a ton of Ehlers-based indicators, and so it's rather interesting. We will probably see a few of these pop up. Pretty sure that was our first signal. Well, I know that was our first signal. That was our first signal, and I'm pretty sure it was a losing trade. Was indeed after we measure it out. Let's go ahead and continue forth here. So we get a short trade right there. And what we can do is if there's a question of whether or not it was, where the bar coloration came into play, we can then go in and turn the bar coloration back on and then look at it that way. See, so we get a short signal right here, and it ends actually on that bar, then flips. But it does appear as though we were able to take profit out of it. Let's go ahead and leave the bar coloration on for now. Make it a little bit easy. Normally, if I'm reading price action, I don't like having bar coloration. It's just something about it just kind of psychologically messes with me. So since I'm not really messing with price action, we'll just keep the bar coloration in place. So we've got a long signal right there. That one did not work out for us. We then pick up a short signal here. That one gets us to take profit. Not too bad. Carry on here. Pick up a long right there. It eventually takes off for us, but nope, we were still good. Thought we got stopped out, but we did not. It was really close. Keep moving along here. Anyway, so Cheat Country, like I said, has tons and tons of indicators based off of Ehlers, different indicators and calculations and so on. I think it's very interesting how he's taken and created just dozens of indicators. Maybe not dozens, but a lot nonetheless. Lots and lots of indicators just around Ehlers. And if you are interested in the Ehlers indicators, then I recommend you check out Cheat Country and you take a look at his all of his different indicators that he has coded. There is another winning trade right there. All in all, this indicator seems to be doing fairly well. It's a shame right there. We picked up a short for a moment, and then for some reason it bangs out along pretty darn quickly. So those both would have been losing trades there. Unfortunate to say the least. Then we pick up shorts over here on this side. Those would have barely got us to take profit before it took off. Wow. That's some really wild divergence that seems to take place there. I mean, it's a lot of red candles that were moving up really quick. And then over here, has to be a lot of lag is it's the only logical conclusion to why it would do that. That is pretty wild. I'm just gonna go in, reset these, and make sure. Yeah, sure enough. Just making sure that I didn't scramble around the colors, because that's pretty wild. That it keeps throwing these, a short signal right there, and then it just smashes up. Long signal right here, smashes down. Same back there, short signal, but rode that for a long time. Let's see here, so we get a long there, gets us stopped out, short there, that gets us stopped out, long there, and short here. Wow. I definitely went a little wild on us here for a moment. It's like it was massively out of sync. All right, so there we have it. That is Ehlers Sinewave. It looked like it was doing really well. Then something about it back here got really out of sync really fast. And it seemed like it was just never quite able to get itself back into sync correctly. So let's count them out and see what we get here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So 17 signals all together, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 wins. So unfortunately, that is not going to meet the 60% criteria that we are looking for. Like I said, it's a shame. It seemed like it was doing really well there for a while, and then got wildly out of sync and just kind of went all blah there at the end, really just putting a damper on its ability to accurately give us signals. So unfortunately, this one's going to go on the no list, and we will move on to the next indicator from here.
If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on the next video.